So let's talk about median. So mean has a drawback of affecting outliers, as we have seen before. The example here we have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50. The number increased substantially, and you can see from 3 to 12, and 12 is actually not within the first 4 observations. So this 12 can be misleading. So this kind of data is not uncommon, because when we look at the income of an economy, sometimes the top guy can make a lot. So there's a lot of outlier. So that's why average can be seriously affected by outlier. So one way to remedy this is to look at other measurement we call median. So the median is if you saw the data, you look at the middle one, okay? So for example, forget about this complicated formula first. So if n is odd, okay, we have n plus 1 or 2, which means that suppose we have odd is suppose 3 data, right? 3 observations. And then the middle one is very clearly should be the second one, right? So 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 over 2 is 2. So the second observation. Suppose we have 5 observations. The middle one is also very clear, so be the third one. So it's because 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 over 2 is 3. So it's very clear. And when we even, what do we mean middle? Need to clearly define, right? So suppose we have 4 observation, right? Well, then the middle should be between the second and third one. So how to define the middle? So the simplest way to define is half of the middle two, right? Suppose we have 4 observations, should be half of the second observation and half of third observation. So n is 4, right? And is n over 2, which is 4 over 2 is 2. And this is 3, so it's x2 and x3 are half of them, okay? And if you combine these two complicated formula into one more simplified version, will be half of n plus 1 over 2 is a round down, and n plus 1 over 2 round up, okay? So when n is odd, right? Suppose 3 plus 1 over 2, which is 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 over 2 is 2 is 2, right? So both of them are 2. So basically half of x2 plus half of x2, which is x2, so it's same formula here. But when we have n is even, say suppose n is 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 over 2 is 2.5. Then you run down with 2, which is 3. So exactly same as this formula, right? So because average of x2 and x3. Okay, so let's see example. So suppose we have 3 observations, 1, 2, 3. The median, right, will be x2 because this is odd, right? So with odd will be just n plus 1 over 2. 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 over 2 is 2. So the second observation is 2, okay? When we have 4 observations, which will be half of x2 and x3, right? Because we have 4 over 2, right? So it's x2 and x3. So x2 is 2, x3 is 3, so it's half of 2 and half of 3 is 2.5, okay? And you can see the next example, when you change the last observation from 4 to 40, actually there's no impact of the median, because you only look at the second observation and third observation and average of them, okay? So that is the advantage of using median.